I was like, okay, it was just my life. It's hard. We all go through some things that are really, really difficult, really painful. It's kind of a tragic story about my life.
It's true. It's what happened.
True.
It's
what happened.
For years, beloved actress Christina Applegate has faced public scrutiny, health battles, and relentless online speculation. Now, at just 15, her daughter has reportedly stepped forward to address the swirling rumors that have followed their family in silence.
We can't find self-love. It's such a crazy thing. Like, my daughter said to me when we were leaving, "You look so beautiful, Mom." We don't see what other people see, and it's really devastating.
Fans are stunned by the courage and emotion behind the confirmation, while critics question how such private matters became public headlines. So, what exactly was said? Which rumors were true? And how will this revelation reshape the narrative surrounding one of Hollywood's most resilient stars today? Christina Applegate's health battle. Christina Applegate's life has been filled with both shining success and painful challenges. In 2008, her world changed when doctors told her she had breast cancer. At the time, many people knew her as the funny and bold Kelly Bundy from the hit sitcom Married with Children. She had spent years making audiences laugh, but now she was facing a private battle that was far from funny. The diagnosis was heartbreaking. Like many women who hear the words, "You have cancer," Christina felt fear and uncertainty about what would come next. However, instead of allowing fear to control her, she chose to take strong and immediate action. She decided to undergo a double mastectomy, a major surgery to remove both of her breasts. It was not an easy choice, but it was one she made to protect her life and increase her chances of survival. The surgery was physically and emotionally demanding. Recovery required strength, patience, and support from loved ones. Yet through that painful period, Christina discovered a new purpose. Rather than hiding her experience, she chose to speak openly about it. She wanted other women to understand the importance of early detection, regular screenings, and knowing their risk factors. By sharing her story publicly, she turned her personal pain into a powerful message of awareness and hope. Her bravery inspired thousands of women around the world. Many people saw her not only as a talented actress, but also as a role model. She used interviews, public appearances, and charity work to encourage women to take control of their health. She reminded them that early testing can save lives and that no one should feel ashamed or afraid to talk about breast health. Her voice became a source of comfort for those going through similar struggles. Just as she adjusted to life after cancer, another major health challenge appeared. In the summer of 2021, while filming season 3 of Dead to Me, her life changed in a way she never expected. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, MS, a serious and lifelong disease that affects the central nervous system. MS is an autoimmune illness. This means the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the protective covering around the nerves. When this happens, messages between the brain and the rest of the body do not travel properly. As a result, people with MS may experience extreme tiredness, blurred vision, numbness, tingling, trouble walking, poor balance, and difficulty with coordination. The symptoms are different for everyone. Some people have mild challenges, while others face more severe limitations. At this time, there is no cure for MS, but treatments can help control symptoms and slow its progress. For Christina, the diagnosis did not just affect her health. It also changed her daily life, her routines, and even her ability to work the way she once did. Simple tasks can now require more effort. Long filming days can be exhausting. Yet through all of this, one person has remained her greatest source of strength: her daughter, Sati Grace Lenoble. Sati has reportedly confirmed the difficult reality her mother faces and has shared how MS has changed their everyday lives. She has seen the challenges up close, the fatigue, the physical struggles, and the emotional moments. But instead of fear pulling them apart, it has brought them even closer. Their bond has grown stronger in the face of adversity. Christina and Sati's relationship is built on love, trust, and deep understanding. During the hardest days, Sati has been there with comfort and encouragement. And Christina, despite her health battles, continues to show her daughter courage and resilience. Together, they have learned how to adjust, support one another, and move forward with hope. This is not the first time Christina has faced a serious health crisis. In 2008, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy. She spoke openly about that journey, inspiring many people with her bravery. That chapter proved her strength. Now, once again, she is showing the world that she refuses to give up. Despite living with a chronic illness, Christina continues to work and remain active in the entertainment industry. Known also for roles in Samantha Who, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, and Bad Moms, she has built a career based on talent and dedication. While MS may change how she works, it has not taken away her passion. Christina has also helped raise awareness about MS, reminding others that although the disease is unpredictable, many people with MS can still live meaningful and active lives with the right care and support. Research is ongoing, and new treatments are constantly being developed. Through every challenge, Christina and Sati have faced this journey together, with grace, patience, and unwavering love. So, how did Christina Applegate start her career? Was it an easy journey? Let's find out. Christina's career journey. Christina Applegate began her career in entertainment almost as soon as she was born. In 1972, she appeared on television with her mother in the long-running soap opera Days of Our Lives. She was still a baby when she stepped in front of the camera, and at just 3 months old, she was featured in a commercial for Playtex baby bottles. While most children were learning to crawl and talk, Applegate was already becoming comfortable on television sets. As she grew older, her small appearances slowly turned into bigger roles. In 1981, she made her film debut in the horror movie Jaws of Satan, also known as King Cobra. That same year, she appeared in the musical-themed film Beatlemania. These early projects helped her gain experience and confidence in front of the camera. In 1983, she played a young version of Grace Kelly in the television movie Grace Kelly. Taking on the role of such a famous and elegant figure showed that Applegate could handle meaningful parts even at a young age. By 1985, she landed a regular role in the Showtime political comedy Washington, where she played the daughter of a congressman. Around this time, she also appeared as a guest star in several popular television series, including Father Murphy, Charles in Charge, and Silver Spoons. In 1986, she secured a more important role in the police drama Heart of the City. She played Robin Kennedy, the daughter of a police officer, and her performance earned her a Young Artist Award. It was clear that she was no longer just a child actress. She was becoming a serious performer. Her true breakthrough came in 1987, when she was cast as Kelly Bundy in Married with Children. The sitcom became one of the most talked-about comedies of its time and ran until 1997. Kelly Bundy was funny, carefree, and often clueless, but she was also charming. The role made Applegate a star and introduced her to millions of viewers around the world. For 10 years, audiences watched her grow up on screen. Even though the character was known for being silly, Applegate brought energy and comic timing that made Kelly unforgettable. While working on the sitcom, she continued acting in films. In 1991, she starred in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, her first leading role in a major movie. She played a rebellious teenager who is forced to take care of her younger siblings after their babysitter suddenly dies. The movie became a cult favorite and proved that Applegate could carry a film on her own. Throughout the 1990s, she also appeared in movies such as Mars Attacks and several other independent projects. When Married with Children ended in 1997, producers considered creating a spin-off centered on Kelly Bundy, but Applegate chose to move forward instead of staying tied to the same character. In 1998, she took on the main role in the NBC sitcom Jessie. The show gave her the chance to play a different type of character and demonstrate her growth as an actress. Her performance earned her a People's Choice Award and a nomination for a Golden Globe Award. Although the series ended in 2000, it strengthened her reputation as a talented comedic lead. In the early 2000s, Applegate appeared in a variety of films. In The Sweetest Thing, she played the loyal best friend of Cameron Diaz. In 2004, she starred as Veronica Corningstone in Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Playing a smart and confident news anchor in a male-dominated newsroom, allowed her to combine humor with strength. The role became one of the most memorable of her career, and she later returned for the sequel. Applegate also explored theater. In 2004, she made her Broadway debut in the revival of the musical Sweet Charity. Performing live on stage required a different kind of skill and stamina. She earned a Theatre World Award and received a nomination for a Tony Award. During the run of the show, she broke her foot. Despite the injury, she convinced producers not to close the production and continued performing with special shoes to protect her foot. Years later, she revealed that the injury affected her ability to dance as she once did, which was deeply disappointing because she loved dancing. From 2007 to 2009, she starred in the ABC sitcom Samantha Who. She played a woman who loses her memory after an accident and must rediscover who she is. The role allowed her to balance comedy with emotional depth. She received Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for her performance. In later years, she continued to take on diverse roles. She appeared in comedies such as Bad Moms and lent her voice to animated films, including Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. In 2018, she began starring in the Netflix dark comedy Dead to Me alongside Linda Cardellini. The show was praised by critics, and Applegate received multiple award nominations for her powerful and emotional performance. On November 14, 2022, she was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The recognition celebrated decades of hard work and success in film, television, and theater. In 2024, she launched a podcast called Messy with Jamie Lynn Sigler, where they openly discuss friendship and living with multiple sclerosis. In March 2026, she released her memoir, You with the Sad Eyes, giving readers a deeper look into her life, struggles, and triumphs. However, she's had a good career. But how about her personal life? Were her marriages successful? Let's take a closer look. Applegate's personal life. Christina Applegate has had a love life that has grown and changed over the years, just like her long career in Hollywood. While many people know her for her famous roles on television, her personal life has also been filled with important moments, lessons, and new beginnings. In the early 2000s, Christina found love with fellow actor Jonathan Shaich. The two decided to take their relationship to the next level and got married on October 20, 2001. Their wedding took place in Palm Springs, a beautiful desert city in California that is well known for its warm weather, palm trees, and peaceful atmosphere. It was a romantic setting for a couple starting a new chapter together. At the time, Christina's career was strong, and fans were happy to see her smiling and in love. However, marriage is not always easy, especially when both partners work in the busy and demanding entertainment industry. After a few years together, their relationship began to face serious challenges. In December 2005, Jonathan Shaich filed for divorce. He stated that the reason was irreconcilable differences, which is a legal term often used when a couple feels they can no longer solve their problems or live happily together. Even though this decision must have been painful, it showed that both of them understood that sometimes it is healthier to move on rather than stay in a situation that no longer works. Divorce can take time, and their separation was not finalized immediately. It was officially completed in August 2007. By that point, Christina had gone through not only changes in her marriage, but also personal growth. Ending a marriage is never easy. It can bring sadness, disappointment, and even fear about the future. Yet it can also bring strength, self-discovery, and a fresh start. A few years later, Christina's life took another positive turn when she began dating Dutch musician Martin Lenoble in 2009. Martin is best known as a founding member of the alternative rock band Porno for Pyros. Unlike her previous relationship, which was with another actor, this time she found love with someone from the music world. Their connection seemed strong and steady from the beginning. Their relationship grew deeper, and on February 14, 2010, Valentine's Day, Martin proposed to Christina. Valentine's Day is already known as a day of love and romance, so it made the moment even more special. Getting engaged on such a meaningful day showed how serious they were about building a future together. For Christina, this engagement marked a new beginning after the heartbreak of her first marriage. One of the most joyful moments in their relationship came in January 2011, when they welcomed their daughter, Sadie. Becoming a mother was a life-changing experience for Christina. She has often spoken about how motherhood gave her a new sense of purpose and deeper happiness. Having Sadie before their wedding shows that their family bond was already strong and full of love. Raising a child together likely brought them even closer as partners. After being engaged for a few years, Christina and Martin decided to make their union official. They got married on February 23, 2013, at their home in Los Angeles. Instead of choosing a large public venue, they selected the comfort and privacy of their own house. This choice reflected a more intimate and personal celebration. It was not about making headlines. It was about sharing a meaningful day with close friends and family. For both Christina and Martin, this was their second marriage, so they likely entered it with more experience, maturity, and understanding of what truly matters in a partnership. Over time, Christina's love story shows growth, resilience, and hope. Was she involved in charity activities? And what impact did she have in people's lives? Let's take a closer look. Applegate's charity work. Over the years, Christina Applegate has shown that her heart is just as strong as her talent. While many people know her for her acting career, fewer people realize how much time, energy, and passion she has given to helping others. Her charity work became even more meaningful after she faced serious health challenges of her own. Instead of stepping back from the public eye, she used her voice to support causes that truly matter. One of the organizations she has supported is the Entertainment Industry Foundation. This foundation brings together leaders in entertainment to raise money and awareness for important social issues. Through this group, Applegate joined efforts that connect celebrities with causes that need public attention. She understood that fame is powerful, and she chose to use it in a positive way. She has also supported Adopt a Classroom, an organization that helps teachers get the supplies they need for their students. Many classrooms across the United States struggle with limited resources. Teachers often spend their own money to buy books, pencils, art materials, and other tools for learning. By supporting this cause, Applegate helped bring attention to the needs of students and educators. She recognized that education shapes the future, and even small acts of kindness can make a big difference in a child's life. Another organization close to her heart is the Motion Picture and Television Fund. This foundation supports people who work in the entertainment industry, especially those facing financial hardship or health problems. The industry can be unpredictable, and not everyone who works in film and television enjoys long-term security. By supporting this fund, Applegate showed that she cares deeply about the people behind the scenes, the crew members, technicians, and artists who help create the shows and movies audiences love. Applegate is also a strong supporter of World Animal Protection. This international organization works to protect animals from cruelty and suffering. Her love for animals has been clear throughout her life, and she has spoken openly about the importance of treating animals with kindness and respect. Supporting this cause allowed her to stand up for those who cannot speak for themselves. In addition, she has supported the Trevor Project, which focuses on crisis support and self-harm prevention for LGBTQ+ youth. Many young people face rejection, bullying, and emotional pain because of their identity. The Trevor Project provides life-saving support through hotlines, counseling, and community programs. Applegate's involvement reflects her compassion for vulnerable young people and her belief that everyone deserves acceptance and love. In 2003, she took on an important role as spokesperson for Lee National Denim Day. This campaign encourages people to wear denim and donate money to support breast cancer education and research. The event has raised millions of dollars over the years. At the time, Applegate could not have known how personal this cause would soon become. In 2008, she received a life-changing diagnosis: breast cancer. The news was devastating. She was young, successful, and raising a family. But instead of allowing fear to silence her, she chose to speak out.
Christina Applegate reportedly is under treatment for cancer. A publicist for the 36-year-old actress said she was diagnosed with an early form of breast cancer.
After her diagnosis, she appeared on a television special called Stand Up to Cancer. This one-hour fundraising event aired on major networks including CBS, NBC, and ABC on September 5, 2008. The special aimed to raise money for cancer research and bring hope to patients and families everywhere. Her appearance on the show was powerful and emotional. She spoke honestly about her journey, her fears, and her determination to survive. Millions of viewers watched and were inspired by her courage. By sharing her story, she helped remove some of the fear and shame that can surround cancer. She reminded people of the importance of early detection and regular medical screenings. In 2009, she announced that she would return as ambassador for Lee National Denim Day. This decision showed her deep commitment to the cause. She was no longer just a spokesperson, she was a survivor. Her personal experience gave her words greater meaning and urgency. She wanted other women to learn from her story and take their health seriously. That same year, she founded her own charity called Right Action for Women. This organization focuses on helping women receive proper breast cancer screening, especially MRI scans for those at high risk. An MRI scan played a key role in saving her life by detecting cancer early. She realized that many women do not have access to advanced screening because of cost or lack of insurance coverage. Right Action for Women works to remove these financial barriers. The foundation helps women pay for essential screenings so that cancer can be found early, when it is most treatable. Applegate has said that if she can help even one woman avoid the fear and pain she experienced, then her work is worth it. Through this foundation, she turned her personal struggle into a mission to protect others. Her dedication did not go unnoticed. In February 2015, she received the St. Vintage Love Cures Award at the second annual Unite for Humanity event hosted by Variety. This award honored her commitment to charitable work, especially her efforts with Right Action for Women. The recognition celebrated not just her celebrity status, but her compassion and leadership. What makes Christina Applegate's charity work so powerful is its sincerity. She does not simply lend her name to causes, she becomes deeply involved. She speaks openly, raises funds, attends events, and encourages others to act. Her journey shows that difficult experiences can create purpose. However, instead of allowing illness to define her, she transformed it into motivation to help others. But how was her childhood? Did she have a rough start? Let's find out. Christina Applegate's early life. Christina Applegate was born on November 25, 1971, in the heart of the entertainment world, Hollywood, in Los Angeles. From the very beginning, her life was surrounded by music, film, and creativity. Being born in a place known around the world for movies and television seemed almost like a sign of what her future would become. But even though she grew up close to the bright lights of fame, her early life was shaped more by family changes, art, and hard work than by glamour. Her father, Robert William Bobby Applegate, who lived from 1942 to 2025, worked as a staff producer at Dot Records. Dot Records was an important music label during its time, producing and promoting many artists. This meant Christina's father was involved in the business side of music, helping create and manage recordings. He understood how the entertainment industry worked behind the scenes. Her mother, Nancy Pretty, was also deeply involved in the arts. Nancy was both a singer and an actress, someone who performed and expressed herself creatively. With both parents connected to music and acting, Christina was born into a world where art and performance were part of everyday life. One of the most beautiful and meaningful details about Christina's birth is how she got her name. She was named after the famous painting Christina's World by the American artist Andrew Wyeth. The painting shows a young woman lying in a field, looking toward a distant farmhouse.
Idyllic fantasy scene of a young girl in a field with some picturesque farm buildings in the distance. Every blade of grass, every hair on the girl's head is attended.
It is quiet, emotional, and powerful. Many people see it as a picture of strength, hope, and longing. Naming a child after such a meaningful piece of art shows how much creativity and emotion mattered in her family. Her mother loved the painting so much that she even wrote a song inspired by it on her album You've Come This Way Before. So Christina's name was not just chosen randomly, it was connected to art, music, and deep feeling. However, Christina's early life was not without challenges. Her parents separated shortly after she was born. This meant she grew up mostly with her mother. Being raised by a single parent can sometimes be difficult, but it can also create a very close bond. Nancy Pretty worked hard not only to continue her career, but also to raise her daughter. Christina grew up watching her mother perform, rehearse, and stay strong through life's changes. This likely taught her independence and determination from a young age. Although her parents separated, Christina still had extended family connections. She has two half-siblings, Alyssa and Kyle, from her father's second marriage. Having half-siblings meant that her family life included different branches and relationships. Even if they did not all grow up in the same household, they shared a connection through their father. These kinds of family structures can teach children flexibility and understanding about relationships. As a child, Christina did not just sit around watching the entertainment world happen. She actively prepared herself for it. One of the most important parts of her early training was dance. She studied different styles, including jazz and ballet. Ballet is known for its grace, discipline, and strict technique. It requires balance, strength, and focus. Jazz dance, on the other hand, is energetic, expressive, and full of personality. Learning both styles gave her a strong physical foundation. Dance training teaches more than just movement, though these dance lessons likely helped Christina in many ways later in her acting career. How much is her net worth? And did she take all her fortune? Let's find out. Christina Applegate's net worth. According to reports from the financial tracking website Celebrity Net Worth, Christina Applegate's estimated net worth in 2026 is about $25 million. This figure has reportedly stayed the same on the site since at least 2022. Because celebrity wealth can change over time depending on new projects, investments, and personal expenses, it is possible that her true fortune may have increased or decreased since that estimate was first published. Net worth numbers are often based on public information, educated guesses, and industry reports, so they are not always exact. Still, the estimate gives a general idea of the level of success she has achieved over her long career in entertainment. Christina Applegate has been working in Hollywood for most of her life. She began acting as a child and slowly built a career that lasted for decades. At the height of her fame, especially during her most popular television years, she was reportedly earning $125,000 per episode. That is a very large amount of money for a single episode of a TV show. When you multiply that by a full season, which can include more than 20 episodes, the total quickly rises into the millions. One of the shows that helped shape her financial success was Married with Children. This sitcom became a huge hit and ran for many years. It made Applegate a household name and gave her steady income during its long run. Because the show was so popular, it opened the door for her to land other leading roles in television. Later, she starred in shows like Samantha Who, Up All Night, and Dead to Me. These shows were also well received and added to her earnings. Being the main star of a show often means a higher salary, especially when the series performs well with audiences and critics. Television was not her only source of income. Christina Applegate also built a successful film career. Reports suggest that her movie salaries ranged between $2 million and $5 million per film. That means even just one movie role could significantly increase her overall wealth. Film actors are usually paid based on their popularity, experience, and the size of the project. Since Applegate was already well known from television, she was able to command strong salaries for her movie appearances. Another important source of income for her comes from syndication residuals. When a TV show becomes popular, it is often replayed on other networks or streaming platforms. Each time the show airs again, Actors can receive additional payments known as residuals. Because shows like Married with Children continue to be watched years after their original broadcast, Applegate likely continues to earn money from reruns. These smaller but steady payments can add up over time and provide long-term financial security. She has also earned money through voice acting. Lending her voice to animated films or television projects allows actors to expand their careers without appearing on screen. Voice roles can be very profitable, especially in successful animated movies. In addition, Applegate has worked as a producer on some projects. Producing gives an actor a share of the project's profits and sometimes a larger level of control behind the scenes. Producer credits often mean another stream of income beyond acting alone. Now, with the release of her new memoir, her financial picture could change again. Books written by well-known celebrities often attract strong sales, especially when they share personal stories about career highs, health battles, and life experiences. If the memoir performs well, it could increase her earnings through book sales, interviews, and related appearances. So, what do you think about Christina Applegate's daughter's shocking revelation? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe.